Do you translate words in your head before speaking? Does your brain freeze when it is your turn to speak? English. Stop doing this today. I am going to share 7 secret rules with you. These rules will stop the translation in your head. You will speak English naturally without thinking. I am your host, Sophia. This is the safest place for beginners to learn English today. We are talking about a very famous book. The book is Effortless English by Hoge. He shares 7 golden rules for fluent English. Let us start with rule number 1. Rule number 1 is very simple. Learn phrases. Do not learn individual words. Let me repeat that for you. Do not learn single words. What is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words. In school, we memorize lists of vocabulary. We learn one word at a time. This is a huge mistake. When you learn single words, your brain is too slow. You try to join words while speaking instead. You must learn whole phrases. Let me give you a simple example. Do not just learn the word. Decision. Learn the whole phrase. Make a decision. When you learn the full phrase, you learn the grammar automatically. You do not need to think. The words just come out of your mouth. So, always write down full phrases. But wait, learning phrases is only the first step. Do you hate boring grammar rules? Good, because rule number 2 will shock you. Let us find out why you must stop studying grammar right now. We just learned rule number 1. You must learn whole phrases. Now, are you ready for rule number 2? Rule number 2 will shock you. It goes against everything you learned in school. Here is the rule. Do not study grammar rules. I will say it again, so you remember. Stop studying grammar right now. Take your grammar books. Put them in a box. Why am I saying this? Grammar is important, right? Yes, grammar is important to know, but studying grammar rules is dangerous for speaking. Let me explain why. In school, your teachers taught you grammar formulas. Subject plus verb plus object. Present perfect, continuous tense, past participle. It feels like a mathematics class, but a language is not mathematics. When you study these rules, your brain changes. Your brain learns. To analyze English, to analyze means to think very deeply. This is good for writing. When you write an email, you have a lot of time. You can stop. You can think about the rule. You can fix your mistakes slowly. But speaking is completely different. When you speak to someone, there is no time. The other person is standing in front of you. They are waiting for your answer immediately. If you think about the past tense rule, you will pause, you will hesitate, you will try to translate from your native language, and then you will feel very nervous. Your mind will go blank. Native English speakers do not study grammar to speak. Think about a small child in America or England. Does a 3-year-old child study grammar books? No, never. But the child speaks perfectly. The child uses the correct tenses naturally. How does the child do it? They learn the natural way. You must learn like that child. If you want to speak fluently, you must stop thinking. The words must come out of your mouth automatically, instantly, without any neat effort. To do this, you must stop studying rules immediately. But now, you have a big question in your mind. I know what you are thinking, Sophia. If I do not study grammar, how will I speak correctly? How will I know the difference between past and present? How will I fix my broken sentences? Do not worry at all. The answer to this question is rule number 3. Rule number 3 will tell you exactly how to learn grammar naturally, without any rules. It will change the way you use your body to learn. Are you ready to use your ears instead of your eyes? Let us move on to rule number 3. This is the answer to your big question. If you do not study grammar, how do you learn? The answer is rule number 3. This rule is the golden key to English fluency. Are you ready? Here is the rule. Learn with your ears. Listen and listen. Your ears are the secret to speaking excellent English, not your eyes. In your old school, you used your eyes. You read heavy textbooks. You read vocabulary lists. You read grammar rules. Reading is good for taking school tests. Reading is good for writing emails, but reading will never help you speak naturally. Why? Because speaking is a physical action. It is about sound. It is about rhythm. When you read a book silently, you do not hear the sound. You do not hear the emotion of the native speaker. You only see black ink on a white paper. Think about a baby again. A baby does not read a textbook to learn a language. A baby only listens. The baby listens to its mother. The baby listens to its father. For 1 or 2 years, the baby only listens. Then, suddenly, the baby starts speaking automatically, correctly. Without any effort, you must become like that. Baby, today, you must flood your brain with understandable English. You must listen to easy English every single day. Listen in the morning. Listen in your room. Listen while you walk. Listen to easy podcasts like Talk Evolve. Listen to simple audiobooks. Do not listen to difficult news channels. Listen to English that you can understand easily. When you listen a lot, the grammar goes deep into your brain. You will not need rules. You will just know what sounds correct automatically. So, you must listen every day. But wait, there is a big danger here. Many beginners make a huge mistake when they listen. They listen to a new video every day. They listen to one podcast, and they move to the next podcast. This is completely wrong. If you do this, you will forget everything. How should you listen? The secret is in rule number 4. Rule number 4 is about how to learn deeply. It is the secret of masters. Like Bruce Lee, are you excited? Let us jump into rule number 4 to find out. So, how should you listen? This brings us exactly to rule number 4. Rule number 4 is very powerful. It is called deep learning. What does deep learning mean? Let me explain. The problem first. In normal schools, we learn very fast. We learn a new grammar rule on Monday. On Tuesday, we learn a new vocabulary list. But what happens when you do this? You forget the rule from Monday. You forget the new words from Tuesday. Your brain does not remember anything clearly. This is a terrible way to learn a language. Your brain needs time. It needs a lot of repetition. You must learn deeply. Deep learning means repeating the same lesson many times. Podcasts. You just need one good audio lesson. Listen to that one audio today. Listen to the exact same audio tomorrow. Listen to it the next day. Listen to it every single day for 1 week, or maybe even 2 weeks. Do not stop until you understand every single word instantly. Bruce Lee once said something amazing. He said, "I do not fear the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." You must do exactly this with English. Repeat one lesson many times. It will go deep into your brain. It will become a permanent memory. Sometimes repeating the same audio feels boring, but you must push through the boredom. The magic happens in the repetition. Your pronunciation will get better. You will naturally copy the rhythm of the native speaker. When you finally speak, the words will come out instantly. You will not hesitate at all. So, you must repeat your lessons every day. But wait, you might still be wondering about grammar tenses. If you just repeat lessons, how do you learn the past tense? How do you learn the future tense naturally? You cannot just repeat the same present tense story forever. You need a special kind of story, a story that tricks your brain into learning grammar automatically. This is rule number 5. It is the most fun rule in the whole book. Let us discover rule number 5 together right now. So, how do we learn grammar tenses naturally? The answer is rule number 5. Rule number 5 is very special. It is called point of view stories. This rule is the absolute secret to perfect English grammar. You will learn grammar without studying any rules. Let me explain how it works. A point of view story is a simple story, but you listen to it in different ways. You listen to the exact same story from different times. Let us imagine a very easy story. First, you listen to the story in the present time. For example, there is a boy. His name is John. He wants to buy a car. He goes to the store. You listen to this present tense story many times. You understand it deeply. Then, the magic happens. You listen to the same story again, but this time, the story is in the past. It happened 10 years ago. The story changes. 10 years ago, there was a boy. His name was John. He wanted to buy a car. He went to the store. You listen to this past story every day. You do not read a grammar book. You do not memorize that the word go becomes went. Your ears just hear the difference. Your brain feels the past tense automatically. Next, you listen to the story in the future. Starting next year, there will be a boy. He will want to buy a car. He will go to the store. You listen to this future story deeply. This is exactly how a native speaker learns. An American does not. Think about grammar formulas. When they talk about yesterday, they do not think of rules. They just feel that went sounds correct. They feel that go sounds wrong for yesterday. Point of view stories give you this same exact feeling. You absorb the grammar into your body. When you speak, the correct words come out instantly. You never hesitate. You never translate in your head again. This is the best way to master English grammar. But there is another huge problem. What kind of English are you listening to? Are you using audio from your school textbooks? Are you listening to actors reading a school book? If yes, you are making a terrible mistake. You are learning fake English. Native speakers do not talk like textbooks. You must learn real English. This brings us to rule number 6. Let us find out why school English is destroying your speaking. So, let us talk about the English you are learning right now. Are you listening to audio from your school textbooks? Are you listening to CDs from an English class? If your answer is yes, please stop immediately. This brings us to rule number 6. Rule number 6 is very clear. Use only real English materials. Do not use textbooks to learn how to speak. What is exactly wrong with textbooks? Textbooks teach you formal English. They teach you written English, but written English is very different from spoken English. Think about the audio files from your old school. The voices are usually actors. They speak very slowly. They pronounce every single letter perfectly. They say, "Hello, how are you today? I am fine, thank you." And you, nobody talks like this in real life. It sounds like a robot talking to another robot. It is fake English. Native speakers do not sound like a textbook at all. Real English is completely different. Real English has deep emotion. People speak fast. People cut words in half. They use idioms. They use slang. They say gonna instead of going to. They say wanna instead of want to. If you only study textbook English, you will have a huge problem. When you finally travel or meet an American person, you will get a big shock. You will not understand them at all. You will think they are speaking a completely different language. You must train your ears for the real world. You must use real English materials. What are real materials? Real materials are things made for native speakers. They are not made for students. Watch real movies. Watch real TV shows. Listen to real podcasts like Talk Evolve. Watch casual interviews on YouTube. Listen to audiobooks of stories you love. When you listen to a real conversation, you hear the true rhythm of the language. You learn the real words that people actually use every single day. Suspense. Throw away those boring textbook CDs today. But now, we have one final problem. You are listening to real English every day. But how do you actually practice speaking? How do you force your mouth to open and talk without fear? Most teachers tell you to just listen and repeat, like a parrot. But a parrot does not understand anything. The final secret is rule number 7. It is the most powerful speaking exercise in the world. It will force your brain to think in English instantly. Let us finish with rule number 7. Welcome to the final and most powerful rule. Rule number 7. This rule will force you to speak confidently. It will make you think in English instantly. In traditional schools, teachers use a very old method. They say, listen and repeat after me. The teacher says, I am going to the store. The students say, I am going to the store. You copy the teacher exactly. You act like a parrot in a cage. But a parrot does not understand the words. A parrot is not thinking. A parrot is just making a sound. When you just repeat, your brain is asleep. You are not building the English language inside you. You will never hold a real conversation this way, because in a real conversation, nobody asks you to repeat their words. They ask you a question, and they expect an instant answer from you. Rule number 7 is this: listen and answer. Do not listen and repeat. Listen and answer. You must use special mini-story lessons. In these lessons, the teacher tells a very simple story. But the teacher does not just tell the story. The teacher asks a lot of easy questions, very fast questions. Let me give you an example. The teacher says, there was a boy named Jack. Then the teacher stops and asks a question. Was there a boy or a girl? You must shout the answer immediately. A boy. Then the teacher asks, what was his name? You shout, Jack. Was his name Tom? No, his name was Jack. Why? It works. This is active learning. Your brain cannot sleep. You must understand the question instantly. You must find the answer instantly. You must speak the answer instantly. This trains your brain to think in English. You stop translating from your mother tongue. You build high speed. You build great confidence. Inspiring tone. These are the 7 rules of effortless English. If you use all 7 rules together, your life will change. You will become a fluent speaker. You will speak naturally. You will speak powerfully, without any fear. Thank you for listening to Talk Evolve today. I am your host, Sophia. If this episode helped you, please hit the like button right now. Subscribe to our channel for more deep English secrets. Share this video with a friend who is struggling with English. Keep listening, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next episode.